Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Dramasology podcast. In this episode, I am actually not doing a review, as you can tell by the title, but like a weekly digest of the things I'm watching. This has to be the most number of dramas I am watching at any given point during this year. I am watching a lot of dramas this month and following so many that I actually am proud of myself. Like I am very good at multitasking when it comes to watching dramas. When it comes to working at school and stuff like that, no, I am the worst. But when it comes to like dramas, I am excellent. A plus student in watching multiple dramas at once. So I'll just get right into it. The dramas I'm watching, the first one I actually want to talk about is a drama called Alliance. I actually just started watching this yesterday because I saw a comment on Reddit that was like, you should be watching this drama. It's very good. And so I was like, you know what? I'll check it out. And honestly, fantastic. Quick segue, but for those who don't know, I do not give spoiler free reviews. So all my reviews come with spoilers. So if you've not seen any of these dramas that I am going to talk about, please click off, stop listening because I will spoil things. This is really for people that basically know enough about this drama or don't care about spoilers. I mean, I'll try not to give too much away because a lot of them are still airing, but just like viewer discretion, or is it listeners discretion, is advised. So yeah, the first drama, like I mentioned, is titled Alliance. It's a currently airing drama, and I mean it's about to end, and it basically follows this lady that basically finds out that her perfect life with a perfect husband is not so perfect. It's a plot we've seen a billion times, right? The guy is cheating on her and everything. But what makes it interesting is the way they decide to portray things, right? First of all, I like the fact that the female lead is very calm, very collected, even at the worst times. Yeah, she goes through that phase of like, trying to make it work, going through that phase of being angry and, just being pissed and seemingly wanting to like destroy everything. But she calms down and figures out, how do I get the most out of my divorce? Because at the end of the day, that's like the place she's heading towards, right? And so I liked seeing that about this drama. Another thing I like seeing is that, I mean, this is so obviously, you can tell it's obviously written by a woman. Right? But I like the fact that she comes to form a bond, right, with the mistress. That was actually the best part of this drama. That's why it's titled Alliance, right? It becomes an alliance between the wife and the mistress, and they form a friendship that I think surpasses even any relationship she could have had with her husband, right? It was such a tight bond that they formed, and it's just lovely to see. I really like the lady that's playing the mistress. She's very elegant, very soft spoken. She's gone through a lot, but and like the drama really shows you that you can do bad things but not be a bad person, right? You can be redeemed and stuff like that. So I really like that about this drama. So that's the first drama that I am like watching. It's very good, and I highly recommend it. The second drama that I am watching is the newly aired Korean drama, at least as of the time of this recording, titled Twinkling Watermelon. This is one of those dramas that you know that will be good. There's just something about the way it's shot, the story, everything that you know this will go down in history as being very good. Twinkling Watermelon is a story about the child of deaf parents, right? A coda, as they say. His parents are deaf, and so is his older sibling. So he's basically saddled with that responsibility of making sure that he's communicating what they say with the outside world, right? So in a way, I can feel the burden and the feeling of just, I want to get out and go away and not have to deal with this responsibility. But at the same time, he loves them very much, right? And so there is that conflict of what he wants to do versus what they want him to do. The twist in this is that he ends up going back in time, right, to basically when his father was young and like they were in high school, parents are not married and stuff like that. So, he's experiencing things more as their friend now than he is as just their child, right? And so there's that interesting part of like he's seeing basically his father, his mother, and like all the people around them, what their youth was like, right? And so I think by the end of the journey, it's actually, I'm going to cry. Probably this drama is going to make me cry. And he has already done that in like the first 4 episodes. That's how amazing this is already. But yeah, I can tell that it's going to be a very, very teary ending for me. So yeah, that's the second drama I'm watching as of the moment. The third drama I'm watching is Killing Vote. This was a drama that I delayed for a very long, long time, and I'm glad I did because I could binge a lot of the episodes up to what is currently like airing. The premise of Killing Vote is that people are basically able to select whether someone dies, right? So the executor basically puts out the information of the person that is on trial, quote and unquote, right? And the public gets to vote whether he dies or not, right? And somehow the executor is going to make it happen, right? And so the whole task of like the police that, you know, our main characters are part of is to ensure or try and catch this person, right? And so there are little stories here and there about characters that kind of might be connected to this in some way. The whole idea or the core of this story is basically asking whether it's okay to take the law into your own hands when the law has failed you, right? And so that's basically the kind of world where they're working in that nobody is going to be happy if they catch this guy, because to them he's basically taking out people that deserve to be taken out, right? People that the law has basically let go scot-free just because, you know, evidence, stuff like that. So that's really the premise that this story is trying to deal with, right? And it's actually very, very good. And yeah, I am actually really enjoying it. Everybody in this is casted well. I'm enjoying one of the storylines of the high school students, and I want to see where that goes, right? So yeah, it's very interesting. Highly recommend it as well. Then the next one I am watching is the Japanese drama My Personal Weatherman, Taikan Yoho. This is one that is just like a guilty pleasure. There isn't much angst to it. I mean, there's angst, but it's like sweet angst, you know, the kind of angst that you're like, I'm gonna go back and watch this again, right? Romantic angst, right? So it's just like a very easy watch, very short and very sweet, right? It follows the relationship between a weatherman and the main lead that is a manga artist, right? And you know, it's just very sweet. There isn't much to it, like I said, right? The issue I think that they have in the relationship is that they are not communicating. They both want the same thing, but they don't know they want the same thing. They think the other person does not want to be in the relationship or is not as invested, right? And it's just nice to see them like run around in circles around each other. But it's a very, very easy watch. So yeah, those are the dramas I am currently watching. Then to talk about the dramas that I will hopefully start at some point, I'm gonna probably watch Arthdal Chronicles. Well, at least the second season, because I also watched the first season, right? It's just that I am a little iffy that everybody's been replaced, right? That is the main leads have been replaced, and so I'm like kind of iffy about that, and so I haven't watched it yet, but I will check it out. I've heard that it's not bad. I've even heard someone say that it's better than season 1, and I think that's what's going to push me to watch it. But yeah, I am definitely going to check that out at some point, right? I'm thinking I will also watch Escape of the Seven, but who knows? We'll see. And yeah, that's really it for the dramas I'm watching and the dramas that I will watch soon enough. That's really it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a nice day. Bye.